Welcome back to Debunked. We're debunking another video by the same guy. This is the top 5 banned roller coasters you can't ride anymore. So, let's get started and see what number 5 is.
Number 5. Some roller coasters are so dangerous that it's not hard to understand why they were shut down. But then we have roller coasters that are so crazy, it really makes you question how they got approved and built in the first place.
Yeah, roller coasters don't get shut down because they're crazy. They get shut down because either no one likes them, and that's the main cause, or they get shut down because there's an actual major accident, and those are extremely rare. So I guess we'll just continue.
The high roller in Las Vegas didn't exactly last long, as it was shut down in 2005, and it's pretty easy to understand why.
Actually, it's not easy to understand why.
Not only were the tracks wrapped around the Stratosphere Tower, but they were also 900 feet above the Las Vegas Strip, making for an
Well, that kind of being 900 feet above the Las Vegas Strip does kind of come with being on top of the tower, but
insane drop.
And he says, oh, it leads to an insane drop. This coaster had like a 5-foot drop. This is one of the most tame coasters in the world. Anywhere but on the top of a skyscraper, it would be a kiddie coaster. I don't see what the GP's obsession with this coaster is, but we'll move on.
Unfortunately, it had to close as repairs would have cost $500,000, but at one point, it was the tallest roller coaster in the world, putting it in the record books forever. Number 4. It's completely normal for a new roller coaster to have some problems, but this ride really proves that you have to draw the line after a while. The Fear coaster at the Easter show in Australia was pretty popular, but there was a ton of issues ever since it opened. For instance, in 2011, it broke down in midair on the first day of the show and had to be closed down for repairs. Even before then, in 2010, it left 3 people stranded upside down for over an hour, which must have been super scary for them.
So he's mentioned 2 breakdowns. I mean, look at Top Thrill Dragster. That's been open since 2003. It's still opening, and you can go ride it now if you wanted to. And it's had a lot more breakdowns. This didn't get shut down just because it broke down a lot. Well, I mean, it was a lot more to do with lack of crowds, most likely.
Worst of all, though, is the same faulty security sensors that caused the ride to break down every single time. I mean, like, seriously, with a track record that bad, it probably was a good thing it was so expensive to repair.
Not really that bad of a track record, but still, I mean, it doesn't look that impressive.
Japanese roller coasters have a reputation.
Finally, the first roller coaster on any of these lists that actually has caused someone to die. And it's because of bad Japanese maintenance. So, if you're not in Japan a few years ago, then you're safe. So I'll just skip over this one. But still, my point stands. You're perfectly safe on a roller coaster. The only reason this had any fault was because of poor maintenance, which obviously they do a better job of maintenance nowadays.
2. Sometimes coasters get shut down because of an accident, and sometimes they close because the public just doesn't like them. But every so often, a ride gets people hurt as well as being massively unpopular, and that's exactly what happened with the Rat at Looting Castle.
He just chooses some obscure examples. Because, I mean, I'm not actually sure of this one, but I heard Mean Streak hurt someone's back, and it didn't get shut down immediately after. So, I mean, the same is true for Son of Beast. That stayed open for a while, too. It's not just because it's unpopular. I mean, it's just a stupid point. He chose a random wild mouse. But we'll skip to the next one. Oh yeah, his honorable mention. Oh yeah, I better go into this.
Enough to keep its place at Dorney Park forever. The ride opened in 1989 and was instantly a record breaker, having the longest drop of any wooden roller coaster at the time. It got the nickname quote-unquote hurts your knees for being so painful to ride and was shut down after only 14 years, which in roller coaster years is a really short run.
Now just remember that he said 14 years is a really short run because he contradicts himself in a moment.
Bonus fact, it was actually replaced by Hydra the Revenge, a coaster named after another famous character in Greek mythology. I don't know about you guys, but wooden roller coasters seem super dangerous, but
wooden roller coasters seem super dangerous. Even though in neither of his 2 videos he's featured anyone that's actually died in a wooden coaster. I mean, wooden coasters are just as safe, if not more safe, than steel coasters. I mean, if they weren't safe, they wouldn't still be building them. They built 2 new wooden coasters, major wooden coasters in the U.S., and I'm just thinking of the GCIs. I know there was a few others, but Mystic Timbers and Invader is the ones I'm thinking of. But they wouldn't still be building new wooden coasters if they were dangerous.
Let me know in the comments if you'd ride this thing. The rides on this list have a good reason for closing, but sometimes old favorites. The rides on this list have a good reason.
Now this one's interesting because he contradicts his point about 14 years being a really short run. So
for closing, but sometimes old favorites have to go away just to make way for something new. The Hurricane roller coaster in Dania Beach was really popular. Like, a lot of couples got married on the ride, and once a magician rode on it while escaping from handcuffs, a blindfold, and a straitjacket. However, after 16 years, the roller coaster was finally demolished to make way for an $800 million shop.
So 16 years is really old for a roller coaster, according to him. Yet 14 years is, that's really short. And he also, this is still not a banned roller coaster by any means. Nothing about this is banned. It just closed.
Shopping and entertainment center. It's kind of sad, especially since out of the 2 attractions, the roller coaster was clearly cooler.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you like this format, let me know. I'll keep making videos like this in the future. But I guess thank you guys, and send me some videos, links to videos that you want me to respond to. I will see you guys later.